Hello, everybody. Hi, this is Krina again. Welcome to episode number 26, right? And I think today we have some good news, basically. Although market is still generally down, right? It's still 130 billion. So which means it's still down. Bitcoin is just above the 4,000 mark, which is good. It has actually rebounded. It's actually gone below 4,000, but now it has rebounded. So that's good. But though we are still seeing a lot of rates, but that's fine. I mean, it's a long-term play, really. Now, when is the proper time to buy Bitcoin? That I'm sure is the question on many people's mind, and Bobby Lee knows the answer, and it's very interesting, so I want to read it out. When is a good time to buy Bitcoin? If you want to feel good, buy when the prices rise fast, when everyone is happy. This is FOMO. So you're paying high prices. However, if you want low prices, then you have to buy when the market is down or crashing. Not fun and can feel lonely. Yeah. And I think he went on to say, this is why Bitcoin's recent price volatility crash does not bother me much. I fully believe that Bitcoin will become a permanent fixture of humanity, just like electricity and the internet. Just unfortunately, it will take decades for people to realize that. So really, it is a long-term play, right? It is not those get-rich-quick scheme, but really get-rich-slow kind of long-term asset. That's what basically we're saying. And it's very interesting that crypto is still a hot topic among mainstream traders. And basically what happened was there's an Abacus journal dated November 29, where they talked to traders at Morgan Stanley. And basically the unanimous is a very positive answers from them that basically, although the prices are very down now, they are still very positive, and they're actually looking, they're very excited to actually go in and trade it next year, right? So basically, this is actually affirmed by these traders, right? One of the traders stated, volatility in Bitcoin alone would be better than sex for us. Movements of 10% and 20% over the course of 24 hours, huge. The bottom line on cryptos, we talk about them every day, and the plan is to trade the shit out of them next year. Nearly all of us have built in those profits into our projected earnings next year. Yeah. So every major institution that has interest in satisfying the requests of its biggest clients and generating outsized trading profits with significant margins is offering or planning to offer access to Bitcoin and cryptos. Everybody. So here they're talking about everybody on Wall Street. So definitely positive news. And also Reddit's Bitcoin community reaches 1 million subscribers. So this is cool. Despite the raging bear market, right, there are certain aspects of Bitcoin that are thriving. Basically, a lot of people, because of the bear market, there is even more interest in this asset class now. And, they just hit the 1 million mark. So very good. And, Bitcoin arbitrary has increased the number of times of Bitcoin dev. Now it's 328 times already, right? And counting. The latest is from Paul Donovan from UBS, right? Who said basically they are fatally flawed, right? That sounds familiar, right? Having, like JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon CEO have said that in September last year, but then days later, they are the one who actually buying Bitcoin in the exchange traded notes. So yeah. And this chart again, it basically shows this is not the first time that Bitcoin has crashed in its 10-year history, right? It has seen 90% drops in the past few years as well. So not surprising, really. So the other good thing is the fundamental keep to be strong. Bitcoin jobs continue to rise despite the 2018 bear market. Yeah. Yes, this chart shows that. And it's interesting. Russian marketplace has allowed users to sell items priced in cryptocurrency. This is really when you can see, this is really, it's more and more possible, right? That cryptocurrency can become the reserve currency unseating US dollars, right? A new Russian online marketplace that allows users to buy and sell goods and services priced in cryptocurrency has rapidly expanded in recent months. So that means they are really seeing a lot of demand now, right? And instead of pricing in USD, they're actually pricing it in cryptocurrency. So this is clearly a trend where you can see that there are signs that, cryptocurrency are going to become the reserve currency. So it's not that impossible, really. And we're still seeing more and more development to make it much more easier for people to get access into crypto. So network of self-service kiosks will allow public to buy bills and make purchases in crypto. So it's a blockchain-based company, so they're going to issue their own tokens to roll out all these kiosks. And ideally, they're looking at countries, where it is large countries with a lot of unbanked people. That's what they're targeting. And they talked about rolling out 18,000 units. Which could be up to 18,000 in the coming years, basically, in countries like UAE, Ukraine, Russia, UK, Azerbaijan, and other countries throughout Eastern Europe is basically where they plan to roll out these kiosks. What can the kiosk do? So it can buy a few things, right? It can be they can pay for gas, water, electricity, book airline tickets, check flight details, subscribe to TV subscription services such as Amazon Prime and Netflix, buy prepaid vouchers for themselves or their loved ones, right? And of course, the payment method is cash and cryptocurrencies in permitted countries. Yeah. So basically, that's what they're going to do. And Binance, Binance always launched this competition on and off, so basically to drive traffic to their sites, basically. And the latest launches is decentralized mana trading competition. And why they want to do that is because they want to really encourage trading volume on their market, on their exchange. The top 100 traders by mana trading volume, which includes both buy and sell, will split the pool of 1.8 million mana, and first place winner will take home the land parcel. So, and it is very interesting that Thailand, having reversed its anti-crypto policy to now fully support, they're going to even use blockchain technology to track their tax payments. So they really want to make use of this technology to fight tax evasion. And it's interesting. I mean, they definitely, support for this kind of technology. That means it's going to be here to stay. German private equity fund to launch Bitcoin mining farm in Asia. So again, while you hear a lot of news of all this, a lot of people are giving up their Bitcoin farming, shutting down their computers, that they stop farming. You have, all these European farms, Solaris, they are continue to invest in Bitcoin mining farms. And who are the people? They are really targeting the people who are rich, because the entry price for this kind of funds is about 300,000. So it's really targeting the high net worth people who have the money to invest in this space, really. So now it's really the big boys, the big boys who will have still money, Bitmain, and now like this German Solaris, who have really the money. They are the one who are going to dominate the Bitcoin mining. And then breaking news, right? Of course, there's a whale that sent 66,223 Bitcoin, right? Which is worth a little bit more than 257 million worth of Bitcoin to some anonymous addresses. What is so significant about this is that because most likely it's done through OTC, that's why the prices is not crashing down further, right? And the amount of Bitcoins that was sent is even higher than the yesterday's trading volume of Binance and Bitfinex, which is 205 million and 155 million respectively. Don't know who is this, but I think regardless, this still means that there's still a buyer on the other end, so that's good, right? There's a seller, but there's a buyer as well. Whales have been accumulating Ethereum throughout the 2018 bear market. So this is interesting because there's a lot of negative news around Ethereum recently, but basically, you're still seeing a lot of interest in this because they have, they are delivering on their projects, despite, And Paxful, which is peer-to-peer crypto exchange, basically they continue, they really want to compete with local Bitcoins, which is the number one peer-to-peer crypto exchange. And they continue to do good, Well, you can look at it as a marketing ploy, but at the same time, right, they have all these donations where they ask people to donate Bitcoin to them, and they're going to do good. Recently, the latest one being building schools in Rwanda, right? In places like this in Africa, it is really, very important and very meaningful for people, who have who are so poor that now that they have all this education, and it is possible because of Bitcoin or because of blockchain. Yeah. And before that, they have donated to Zamzam water, so which is ensuring clean water, for the community. So yeah, so yes, it's a meaningful, right? This, I mean, it is a refreshing change from all these crashes now. And Coinbase, are basically making they are again trying to boost up their users, drive traffic. Now that allows free PayPal withdrawals. So basically makes it even easier, for people just to take out the when they sell their cryptocurrencies. Basically, they allow the withdrawal into PayPal. So very easy. Then from there you can come back to fiat money for people who still so wish. So yeah, that's all I have today. So I'm very positive, right? And yes, and hope you have a good day, and thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing and like this video if you truly enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and have high energy, and see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.